conference matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Dukes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC's going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And a Great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This one's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, James Madison. Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Brady. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Running behind that left side. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the grab. It's Davis. At the 35, he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the 1st, the offense stays on the field.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dukes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Brady. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone.
Sometimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Third down coming.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got it in the middle, it's Davis. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
But when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it.
Touchdown, Dukes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Louisiana Tech, 0.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback moving. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Let's go, let's go. Got it. Okay, ready?
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They believe they can run right here. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle, and you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive.
Turning it on! They got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Dukes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
To the air on 2nd down. Floating away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now.
There he goes to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be pass, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Goes to the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Love the 3rd down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. And he's still running after the move. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
First and goal.
We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on first and goal. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the fourth quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
They use the end around. First play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. Got enough for the first. Speeding down the left side. The 40. At the 20. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Look at the wheels. Man, that cat can roll. He showed you some speed on that 90-plus yard run.
A long run like that, you don't get the touchdown. You think you're going to hear about that? I mean, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
0.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Cradles it at the 35. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.